Hi folks, I'm waiting for an Indian university to join this conversation or speak. It was scheduled at half past 4 in our time, but I couldn't connect them. So now I'm waiting for the Indian university. Vnit is the name of it. I'm looking for them to join, but there are still missing. I got a lot of messages from all over the world, but no one from India. So I really don't know what the problem is. Magyarul írja valaki, Dávid írja, hát meg Olá, meg Hi Harold, Hero, can I join while we are waiting? Indiai vagyok, egy ilyen is, na egy csúnya is oroszul följött, úgyhogy nem tudom. Én elkezdem, aztán lehet, hogy megvan. Hát elvileg bejelentkeztek Indiából.
Hello. Hi, Andras.
Finally, it was not an easy task to start this. So anyway, finally. So, hi folks.
Hi.
Mr.
Andras, we'd love for you to talk about your journey as a space
a little better. So, namaste. It's really a great honor to be here, be a guest speaker today on VNIT's live event. I hope that the technical issues are solved and maybe our connection will not be disturbed by now. I have to tell you that this is a very special day to me, not only because of this, because that it's the first time I'm talking to an Indian university, but I was celebrating my 75th birthday yesterday. So I was born 75 years ago in 1945 in a small Hungarian city, not far from the Austrian border. Later, we moved to Budapest, the capital city of the country, and I graduated here at the local university as an electric engineer. And I was working until my retirement in different companies as a lighting expert, received 3 scientific awards. I can show you them. This is an award of the Hungarian Lighting Society. That's another one from the Electrotechnical Association of Hungary. Maybe, I don't know if you can. Oh,
yes, sir.
Oh, no, it's not visible. Maybe the third one. It's here. It's from the Electrotechnical Association too. And perhaps you can see it in the mirror.
Yeah, we can see your name inscribed in it.
So I got these awards, and I wrote several books about light and lighting. I brought some of them to show you. This one is electricity in buildings. Here is another one. It's the Handbook of Street Lighting. also written by me, partly. And this is for university students about lighting technology. Maybe you can see my name on it.
Yes, sir.
In mirror.
Yes, sir.
And there is one more to show you. It's a small encyclopedia of lighting. So I wrote, as I told you, I worked actively in the lighting area, and I was even elected as the vice president of the Hungarian Lighting Society. But I guess you are not familiar with my face because of this. But it's because that my photos are circulating in millions of copies over the internet. Recent Google search, I checked it a few minutes ago, and it resulted in more than 6 million hits. And literally, hundred thousands of people from the whole world follow my posts on the social media. And some of my videos were seen by millions. So these people are writing messages every day. I got dozens of messages. So let me quote some of them. The first one, he writes that we absolutely love him. He's so sweet, kind, and expresses our pain through his tear-stained smile. And here's another one. I admire you, how good you handled this situation and turned it out as an opportunity. And one more, finally, 1 in a million. Just love this guy. What a great sense of humor. So thank you for these messages. But how did it happen that I became so famous? At the beginning, my photos served as illustration of internet publication and ads, but later you could mostly see me with some funny captions called meme. Maybe many of my own age groups have not even met this word, since this is rather the genre of the young people. I tried to find the exact meaning of the word, but the different encyclopedias didn't give the same explanation. So the definition, which seems to me the best suited, sounds that a meme is an image, a video, a piece of text, and so on, typically humorous in nature, that is copied and spread rapidly by internet users, often with slight variation. So that's the definition. But how does a retired engineer become a meme? Well, it's a strange story, full of accidental events, and maybe it has also some lessons to learn. It started in an ordinary way, with a summer vacation in Turkey. Perhaps there is no reason no person who doesn't want to capture his vacation experiences. Nor am I different. So I shared my holiday photos with my friends and relatives, but a professional photographer noticed them too. He contacted me saying that he was seeking a character of my type and asked if I would like to make some trial footage. Well, I guess somewhere deep inside, everybody is a little vain. Me too. So I liked the request and said yes to the invitation. Well, I guess the first thing you should remember from this story, that I was open to new things I've never done before. This doesn't imply, of course, that everybody should accept every challenge, but a good decision in the right time is a crucial element. So the photo shoot was made, and not only the photographer, but I liked the photos as well. So the first test footage was followed by further shootings. on hundreds of photos, I had to play roles. I was a doctor, a teacher, a husband, an athlete, even Santa Claus. I knew that these images of stock photography are used for illustration in printed or internet publication and ads. And I agreed in writing to use my photos for that purpose. I only highlighted 3 sensitive areas when I didn't want to see myself on the monitor or in print. These areas were, in an understandable way, was politics, religion, and sex. These are the areas which can divide the people most.
True.
And I didn't want to take part in that. So after a while, I wondered what my pictures were used for. It was enough to run some reverse image searches, and I was reassured that when I saw myself as a teacher on a university website or a doctor in hospitals and so on. Yes, but when a few months later I repeated the search, I discovered the first memes. It turned out that someone in America gathered my photos and announced some kind of contest among their friends about who can add some funny text or make some visual joke with me. It was a really shocking experience to see myself as a character of jokes. And at first, I didn't know what to do. It was obvious that these images were not legally incorporated into this game. And the joke manufacturers didn't care about my restrictions on politics, religion, and sex. So the creatures that were born often exceeded the limits of good taste. I thought about the options. The original pictures could not be withdrawn, as I once agreed to their use. Although, of course, it did not mean that they can alter them and turning it into the memes. But I was aware that I could close these sites when I experienced such a pirate use. However, I knew that this could be only a temporary solution. If I could close a site, on the next day, 3 new others will start with the same content. So my only hope was that so many new things appear daily on the internet. The people are slowly forgetting me, and no one will ever be curious about my funny memes. But I was totally wrong. The propagation of these images didn't stop. More and more countries joined to this mania. I have to tell you that during most of the photo shoots, the photographer asked me to smile. People thought that this smile was not really heartfelt. They saw some hidden sadness or pain behind it. So I got the name of Hydropin Herald. For a long time, people didn't even know who the main character of these pictures was. Then an internet user in Russia somehow discovered my real identity and contacted me, asking to show that I'm a real human being, because there were a lot of people who didn't believe this. He had to repeat his request several times. At first, I didn't want to react, but at the end, I agreed to upload a selfie to a social site, a Russian social site, with a label in my hand with the words that I live, я жив in Russian. After that, in a few hours, as people say, the internet has exploded. So 10,000 of people saw this photo, and the international media discovered me as well. In an interesting way, all this had an unexpected and positive consequence, because the rude or offensive memes have almost completely disappeared. But I still thought that people will forget about me over time. However, this did not happen. And I realized that without my knowledge and without my will, a brand was built around me that many others, despite of all of their efforts, could not attain. Although after the memes and after the fake pages, I didn't get a penny, I was aware that such a brand would have some financial value too. So I decided to embrace this, and I opened fan pages in social media 7 years after the first photos were made. Well, this caused a dramatic change in my life. In the past, I preferred to stay in the background rather than standing in the spotlight. Now I receive exciting invitation to great places like Britain or Russia or to South America. Not now because of the coronavirus, a lot of invitations have been cancelled. But I still have followers almost in every country of the world. And when I go out to the streets here in my home in Budapest, in Hungary, the people I meet, they want to shake my hands, to hug me, or to make some photos to remember. But so you may ask that, can a strange facial expression be enough for this story? A success story, let's say. Definitely not. There must be something more. And this is what I call the Hydropin Philosophy. Let me explain it. Every day we experience smaller or bigger annoyances, but we shouldn't take them too seriously. So the character given to me by the internet people, that is to hide our sadness and pain behind a smile, is completely acceptable to me. It's a role play, I know. But we have learned from Shakespeare. He wrote in one of his plays, in the play As You Like It, if I know it well, that all the world is a stage and all the men and women are merely players. So now my role, my embraced role is being Hydropin Harold. But this role play has changed my life and made it more interesting. For instance, I was invited to attend a pop group's performance. I had to act in short films and commercials and appeared in large festivals. And now, as a retired person, I have to get used to the fact that people recognize me on the street, ask for a joint selfie, or simply invite me for a drink. It's fun. Nowadays, of course, many events have been cancelled because of the virus, but I still have plans for the future. So my management and I have recently decided to take on the challenge of creating a comedy film, a movie film. This will be an exciting new challenge to me that we hope will start very soon. Well, obviously, not everyone can be a meme. These things that happen to me probably will not be repeated with anyone else. However, it is of more general importance, I guess, that even after reaching the retirement age, we shouldn't give up the interest after the world's affairs, and must be aware of the many new opportunities that are far from all that we were dealing with before. Not only as a meme star, I tried myself in different areas, like as a music DJ in a small radio station here in Hungary, or I was a masked singer in a TV show, or I was a painter to paint. I sold my artworks for charity. But as a web player, I hope to keep up my spiritual freshness through my constant content with young people. Not to mention that how much more enjoyable is joking with young people than listening to the health complaints of my contemporaries. So this is shortly my story. Thank you for your attention. And if you got any questions, don't hesitate, ask them. I'm here to answer it.
So we do have a couple of questions from our end at ESL.
So tell them.
So when you look back, how much do you think the Hide the Pain Harold persona has done for you as a person, for Andras?
Sorry, I couldn't understand you quite well. Could you repeat it?
How much do you think the Hide the Harold persona, your alter ego, if I might say, Hide the Pain in Harold, how much has he done for you as a person?
I guess in a very big extent, and I'm happy with this because it doesn't let me to get old, to grow old. So it helps to be mentally fresh, to find young people, to follow the interest they have, to follow the new achievements on the internet, the technical achievements as well. So how to make an Instagram video, for instance. I don't know. I don't guess that many of retired people know how to make a live video on Instagram.
True.
So this fame helped me to keep up with the world.
Wow, that's a very interesting outlook. Next, we'd also like to ask you that is there a part of being the face of a meme that you do not like?
Not now. At the very beginning, there were some memes that I'm not proud of them. You can find them on the internet if you are searching, because nothing disappears from the internet. But recently, all the memes and the messages I receive are positive. So I'm happy with this situation.
Wow. So for many of us, it's inspiring that when life threw something really odd at you, you still manage to come up with like the good aspects of it. Like we even named the name of the talk was "When Life Gives You Lemonade, Sell It," right? So
yeah. Yeah, my lemon were the memes, and I try to sell them. So it's not always that I can receive from money for this. After the memes, I don't get a penny, of course, and I undertake a lot of requests when I had to transmit some messages that are for the benefit of the community. For instance, we made ad videos for the helplines, the police helpline, the mental helplines who are in trouble. There is a free number in Hungary that people can call when they are in trouble. They are in a hard period of their life. And I made these videos as a volunteer, and I'm always open to help, to contribute helping others.
So that's really very good for, like really great for you. One thing that we like to know is that is there something you want to advise your 20-year-old self? Like if you could go back in time and talk to your 20 years self, is there something you'd like to say?
Well, I guess I should have make more contacts to not only nationwide contacts, but internationally. When I was young, when I was 20 years old, we were closed, we was locked down behind the Iron Curtain. I don't know if you know about the history of the 20th century. It was a rather hard period for the so-called socialist countries. So it was practically impossible to keep contact with Western people. This is what I miss now as a 75-year-old guy. And I try to make now to build as many new contacts as I can.
So you would say like, so would you advise the younger generation, your viewers, to improve on the networking skills?
What would I advise? I told you to take to look for challenges and to take them. Not every challenge, but you can choose the most suitable one, and people have to try themselves out in those fields which are far from what is custom, what they are accustomed for. So they have to. We always have to try new things in life. So we don't have to stop and say that was enough.
Okay. Thank you, Andras, for your time, and it was a really fun and insightful session.
So thank you. It was rather hard to build up these connections, but I'm very happy that we could succeed it finally.
Yes, sir. I feel the same.
So namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. And it was really a great fun to be here with you, virtually with you. Unfortunately, I've never been to India yet, but probably, who knows, maybe someday I can visit your country too, which is said to be a wonderful country.
Sure, sir. We'd love to host you in our country. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye, sir.